Hey, welcome. Welcome to my dining room table. I'm Ken. This is Losing It 2025. I'm glad to have you with me this evening. I just finished cooking a couple of new recipes, brand new, had never tried them before, at least not quite in the way that I tried them this time. And as I was enjoying this delightful combination of flavors, I thought I'd love to share it with you. I'd love to go online and talk to you about cooking experiments and find out what kind of things you have experimented with in the past and how they turned out. So this evening, I actually tried two brand new recipes. The video on one of them has just posted. It is the savory side of Christmas, where I share with you a new recipe that I just developed called Christmas beans, and they are great. They're made with Great Northern beans and a variety of herbs and spices that give it a sort of a flavor of Christmas kind of a profile. At least that's what I was aiming for. And then after I made that, I decided to try something with my rice cooker. And I took a pound of brown rice and a pound of lentils, and I cooked those together with a couple of basic seasonings in my rice cooker. And I really liked the results. But then I thought, these would be great with some of those Christmas beans over the top of them. And let me tell you, they really do complement each other. So the Christmas beans recipe just posted. I would encourage you to check that out after you leave the live. And I'm going to go ahead and edit together a really short recipe of the rice and lentils, and I'll post that tomorrow. So if you want to duplicate what I've created here, then that'll be easy to do. Just follow those recipes. This is a really good result, though. This is what I would consider a 2 for 2, right? I tried two new recipes today, and they both turned out great, and they turned out even better when you put them together. It's a really good dinner tonight. So, I'm curious, what type of experiments have you done with cooking, and how did they turn out? Not everything I've tried over the last year has been a win. There have been some things that I've made that were just absolutely terrible. There were some things that I made that Frida was able to save. Usually they were some variation of either soup or chili or beans. And my biggest mistake is I either over-season them, because, if you under-season them, you can always add more, right? But I have a tendency to over-season my experiments sometimes. And the other thing that I mess up on is sometimes I try to combine too many things in the same pot. Like this experiment here where I combined the brown rice and the lentils in the same cooker. Well, it worked this time, and they came out very sticky, which is fine. That's what I was aiming for. I was aiming for a good sticky rice and lentil combination. And that together made it very, like a thick and hearty kind of a meal. I like that. But other times I've tried cooking things together in the Instant Pot or in the rice cooker, and one of them will be overdone and the other one will be underdone. So that's a big mistake that I often make. What's the best way to eat an apple? One bite at a time. So this is going to be a fairly short live tonight, mainly because I want to finish eating my beans. Oh, hey, Bryden. Great to have you here. Thank you. Hey, Aster. Where are y'all watching from? Where is home for you guys tonight? Hey, Ashley, welcome. Welcome to the live stream. I'm going to take another bite of beans while you guys tell me where you're from. Ohio State, North Korea. What? I have a hard time believing that, Joe. I have a really hard time believing that. These are my Christmas beans. That's the recipe's name. And these are from the recipe video that I just posted. And they are Great Northern beans. And man, I gotta tell you, they are delicious. But the instructions on how to make those are in the video that I just posted. These are so good. Minnesota. Hey, Lisa. Welcome. U.S. Lincoln Park. Ashley, welcome. Welcome to the live. You want me to believe? Okay, sure, why not? Canada, yeah, I bet it is cold up there. It was ridiculously warm today. I felt like it was in the 70s down here in Texas. I walked outside wearing a flannel shirt and I thought, what am I doing? Texas, how do you deal with the gas from the beans? Well, yeah, there is a little of that, but I will tell you that when you cook them from dry beans in the Instant Pot, rather than going with canned ones, it seems like there's a little less. And the other thing is as you get used to eating beans on a regular basis, the gut bacteria that you develop over time becomes better at dealing with and processing the beans, and so there's less of it. I recommend easing into the beans a little bit, not eating a bunch of them all at one time, but if you take it a little bit at a time, your digestive system gets used to it. Yes. Do I have a pressure cooker recipe for your first soup with lentils and ditalini pasta? That one I normally make on the stove, mainly because I don't put the pasta in until the very end. And to put the pasta in the Instant Pot, I feel like would cause it to break down. Look at you. Yeah. You know, that whole 6-7 thing, I'm a high school teacher. And so I find that if I just choose not to be bothered by it, that's usually the best way to go. My pleasure, Nancy, yeah. I think you could what you could do if you wanted to make the lentil soup in the Instant Pot, you could do that. And then I would boil the ditalini noodles separately and then add them after the soup is done. That'd probably be the best way to go there. But you could definitely do the lentils and the veggies and stuff. You could do those in the Instant Pot. The bean recipe that I made tonight is completely and totally Instant Pot all the way through. No worries, Jonathan Jones. No need to donate anything. I'm not asking. You're good. Thank you, Random. I appreciate that. Cheers to you too. Let me know how that works out. Plants Dance Nature. And by the way, thank you for your recent comments on the videos. I've noticed those. It's nice to have you on board. No, it is not Popeyes. Come on, bro. It is not Popeyes. This is lentils and brown rice and Great Northern beans with some wonderful holiday seasoning. Marcus, I'm doing great. Doing wonderful. Where are you from, Marcus? These beans are so good. I wish I could dish up a bowl of these for you guys. I wish you could enjoy some of these with me. Hey, guess what, John? You just got blocked. Look at you. Yeah, we deleted that one. You're still allowed to stay, but any future misbehavings will cause you to be kicked out of class, boss. New York. All right. So for those of you who are new to the channel, I'll just go ahead and say this, and I think most of you are adult enough to understand where I'm coming from here. I view my live streams and the comment section of my videos as though you were a guest in my living room. You're welcome to say whatever you like, so long as you're polite to one another and respectful. That's the key. Respect means everything. I tell my students each year at the beginning of the school year that I have basically one rule in my classroom, and that rule has 3 manifestations. The rule is the rule of respect, and those 3 manifestations are these. Number 1, I commit to them that I will treat them with respect because they are human beings who are worthy of respect. Number 2, my hope is that since I have shown them respect and modeled it for them, that they in turn will be respectful to me as well. And number 3 is a non-negotiable, and that is they will be respectful towards one another. So again, one rule, the rule of respect, and it is manifested in 3 different ways, from me to them, from them to me, and for one another. That's the rule. And my classrooms have a tendency to run pretty smoothly. So, are you all ready for Christmas? Do you guys have any traditional Christmas foods that that you enjoy making? Thank you, Random. I appreciate that. All right, to Argyle, make those beans, man. Let me know how they turn out. I apologize, I'm talking with my mouth full because these are too good to stop eating. Good evening, Melanie. Welcome, welcome. Absolutely, Caprello. That's a great one. I'm going to add that. And the fourth one should be that they need to show respect for themselves. Why did I never think of that? I mean, that's good. Caprello, you taught me something. That's a fourth one that I need to add to that list for my classes each year. And there are some great ways that they can do that. And I think that's a great addition. These Christmas beans have a little nutmeg in them and some orange zest. Not something you would normally think of in beans. It's really good. Well, all right, we've been on this live stream for about 11 and a half minutes. I'm going to stick around a few more minutes. Just out of curiosity, do we have anyone in the room from the UK or Europe or South Africa or Australia? I know the timing is a little off for that, but do we have anybody from any of those places hanging out here in the live stream? I've got about 60% of my viewers are here from the US, and the majority of the rest are from those areas, Europe, UK, Australia, South Africa, stuff like that. Anyone here from those regions? I'm just curious. Some Canadians too, of course. We got a lot of Canadians in the chat. We've had at least one here this evening already. These are so good. Well, hey, real quickly, if you're here and if you wouldn't mind, I would really appreciate it if you would just tap the like button. It helps get the live stream and the channel out to more viewers, and it allows us to build the community. So a quick like would be greatly appreciated. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, I'd like to invite you to do so. If you are interested in no hype, realistic, approachable weight loss, and if you're interested in hearing a story of somebody who lost 100 pounds this year and reversed his type 2 diabetes, well, you might want to subscribe to the channel because that's what this is all about. A year ago, almost a year ago, in January of this year, I weighed in at 335 pounds. And as of this morning, I was at 231, so I've lost 104 pounds already this year. Got a couple more I'll probably drop between now and then. And my goal next year is to lose another 50. I'd like to get down to about 180, 185, and then I'll have reached my weight loss goals, and we'll start working on some other goals as well. So that's me. I'd love to hear about you. Please feel free to leave a little note about yourself in the comments. I'd love to hear what you have to say. I'd love to hear where you're from. I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this live in about 2 minutes, but I'd love the chance to acknowledge and say hello to you guys. So, what is y'all's favorite Christmas song? Do you have a favorite Christmas song? I'm a big fan of Feliz Navidad. I don't feel like it's Christmas until I've heard it at least once on the radio. Well, all right. It is time to say goodnight. Thank you all for hanging out for a little while. I look forward to seeing you again in the future. You have a Merry Christmas and a very blessed evening. Bye-bye.